Oh my gosh, welcome to August, everybody. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good,
I
thanks.
love that we get to do this once a month.
I know it's way fun.
Yeah, and I was trying to I know we've talked about other ways that we could like do it once a week
Yeah,
or just do it more often.
we could. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think people might get tired of us and our
Yeah.
crazy antic and
I'm so tired of us. I'm kidding. No, this is great. So, the beginning of this is basically a Chinese kind of talk, but we
hmm
sprinkle in those really great planetary moments that we know about in the Western world.
Yeah.
So August, the month doesn't start till the 8th. So it's going to be Tuesday the 8th is the beginning of the Yang Metal Monkey month. So as I'm catching my breath here, right? Because Yang Metal is the lungs,
Yeah.
catching our breath here. So really, I guess the sign for me when that comes up is like, okay, slow down, right? Check in with your
hmm
breath. Even, clearing your throat, it's that kind of fifth chakra energy
hmm
is there, expressing yourself. And so I have a lot to say about the Young Metal Monkey, but I'd love to hear, not a lot, but I've got, something that came up for me. Do you want to jump in on what your
Well,
perception is?
it's kind of an interesting mix, right? Because metal is so with it. It's so together.
Mhm.
This is a great time to catch our breath so that we can get all of our ducks in a row. We can
Oh,
get
yeah.
organized, right? Yang elements are the elements that we have to adjust to. They don't have to adjust to us.
Right.
So if you're in New York City and yang metal is New York City,
Hmm.
and you've got to be downtown and you're uptown and you only have 30 minutes, you're not going to get there. You have to plan for it, right? The monkey doesn't want to plan. The monkey wants to be free. It wants to swing through the vines, swing through the jungle. It wants to taunt the pig and the tiger. And like it just is, it's kind of a trickster energy. So the image I have in my head of these two interesting energies together is, yeah, we need to buckle down and we need to get our shit done, right? We've got to figure out how to plan that out.
Hmm.
We can do it in a playful way. We
Mm.
can plan
Yeah.
breaks where we can go outside and run around or take a hike, or we get to plan our time, but we also don't have to be so serious about it. We can
Hmm.
add fun into it.
Love.
You were just mentioning as we got on the call, you were like, I wonder what people think we're talking about before we get on because we're always laughing, right?
Yeah.
That's that monkey energy, right? We get to lighten things up this month.
I love that. And like you said, now see, I'm having to clear my throat. Is it's a weird combination
Yeah,
because and monkey is a weird combination in itself. And I don't mean that
right.
in a judgmental way, but all
No.
those things that you said about monkey, they're carefree. They can be a
hmm
bit careless because they're easily distracted, they're unpredictable. But
Yeah.
what's so intriguing to me that the master element of monkey is yang metal.
hmm
So that tells me that they are those things, but they're very much in their head.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking, they're curious, they want to problem solve. So, but I also know, living with somebody who's a double monkey, that if there isn't a problem, they'll create one or find one or
Yeah.
make something up to be a problem
Yeah.
so that they have something to be challenged with.
Mhm.
So with all of that being said, I love the idea of like, because yang metal, like you said, is very serious. It's father
Very serious.
patriarchal energy.
Yeah.
It says, you got to be,
Leadership.
yeah, stoic.
Yeah.
You can't step off line,
Get to work.
militant.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of levitating that seriousness with this silly
Yeah.
monkey.
Yeah.
And monkey is communal, it's familial, and I cannot recommend this movie enough. It's just 4 episodes. It's a Netflix documentary called Chimp Empire.
Ooh,
And
okay. I'm gonna watch it.
it's the most beautiful movie. It's stunning to watch. The cinematography, the photography of these ape clans and their familiar structure and what they do, how territorial they are, is
Wow.
just riveting. I couldn't watch the last two episodes all the way through because there's a fighting, there's
Oh,
this
yeah.
territory thing. But if you can watch the first episode, it's stunning, and it will teach you so much about this monkey energy, and you'll see why they're
Yeah.
a young metal creature because they are up here. They're thinking
Mm-hmm.
and they want to belong. So, in that light, if there is stuff to be done, recruit other people to help you. Turn on the music,
Yeah.
get things filed, get things cleaned up. But be careful because there is that carelessness.
Yeah.
Monkeys can recover easily from that kind of carelessness, but if you don't have a monkey in your chart, you may not recover from, watching things you're taking off the shelf in the garage or what you're
Yeah.
doing. So be careful in that way. But man, it just feels like a stubborn energy too.
Oh, yeah. Like
Hard-headed.
unbending. It's not gonna budge. Yeah.
I do want to mention couple of the flying stars because I think those we don't touch on those enough. The monkey gets the 8th star this month, and the 8th star is a wealth energy. It's mountain energy, so it might slow monkey people down a little bit,
Hmm.
from being too out there. So that's possible. The other star that I really want to talk about is the 2 star, though, that's flying into the center of the home. And the 2 star is changing characteristics. It's changing its story and saying we want to be more about self-healing. And the center of our space is about health. It's about our physical health, our health in relationships, our healthy choices that we make, the healthy environment that we create. So this 2 star flying into the center here is giving us an opportunity to self-reflect
Hmm.
and really take the power to say, what do I need to do? Rather than putting your health in somebody else's hands. Seek out alternative. Be curious like the monkey and seek things and ask questions that you're afraid to ask or that you
Yeah.
wouldn't typically ask. And I think you would be surprised at what is revealed, what path you might end up going down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that I love the word curiosity that is related to the monkey because if you're talking about the 2 star and self-healing, it's finding interesting ways of healing our bodies,
Hmm.
healing our souls, and maybe not the serious route, maybe not taking this such a serious route, livening it up and figuring out a different way is really possible this
Hmm.
month, especially with those two energies
Yeah,
combined.
I agree. I think it's really cool. And just as I guess not. I was thinking the 2 was flying in next year, but it's not. It's going to fly into the southeast next year. But yeah, I think, like you said, it's not just healing your bodies, it's healing your heart, it's healing your mind, your soul. Look for
Yeah.
alternatives, be curious, and be lighthearted about it. Like you said, it doesn't have to be this. In fact, during a monkey month, over the years, when people have reached out to me and say, hey, I'm going to have knee surgery, I'm going to do this, what month should I do? I always say, don't do it in August. Because, if you've got doctors that are quickly looking at scans or quickly making
Yeah.
decisions, there's that carelessness in there of that monkey. I think the metal will help. So if you are having something serious like that done, I think it's just you speaking up for yourself and making sure, that you're
Mm.
getting what you need and not just,
Yeah.
it's so easy, to just kind of surrender to, well, they know better. You're your best
Oh,
advocate. You have to
yeah.
speak for yourself and bring your family in the room, too, to be there. And that's another way to include family, that chimp energy in there.
Yeah. I love that. I love
Okay.
that. I wanted to also mention the animals that the that the monkey is going to be affecting this month.
Good. Thank you.
First of all, let's talk about the tiger. The tiger is that real serious energy, right? The image that I get in my head is the
Is
tiger
me?
is waiting. Oh, well, yeah, of course. But the tiger is kind of waiting. It's waiting, to kind of prowl and kind of stalk its prey.
Yeah.
Well, it can't keep up with the monkey a lot of the time because it's, fooling the tiger, and the tiger's just like, I can't do this. So it usually just gives up and goes and lays in the sun, right? Until it gets hungry. But then when it gets hungry, it really wants to pounce and
Yeah.
prowl. But it's very serious energy, which is opposite the monkey, right? It forms a clash in Chinese astrology. So tigers, just watch yourselves this month. Lay low, gather your energy, do a lot of resting. But then if there is a change to make the change.
Mm-hmm.
That monkey's kind of forcing you to lighten things up a little bit.
Thanks for reminding me that I have a tiger in my chart because mine's in my emotional pillar.
Right.
I get locked and loaded, and you're my target, and I'm coming
Yeah.
after you.
So this month you get to lighten up.
I do. Well, I've got two kids that have monkey in their emotional pillar.
Right.
So they've
Right.
taught me to let things go.
Oh
And
yeah. They've taught you how to chill the hell out.
it does depend on where that tiger's at in your chart.
Yeah.
If it's your health pillar or your emotional pillar, your mental pillar, if it's your life path, it could, if it's the year you were born, you've got some big changes perhaps this month to look forward to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly. The next one is the pig. The pig is a damage. So tell
Oh,
us what the damage is with pig.
it's an opportunity because the pig is so grounded and the monkey has so much more flexibility. The pig,
Yeah.
it's really interesting because they're both very physical creatures, but the
Yeah.
pig is about consuming, taking in information or food or alcohol or drugs or whatever. It's like I don't know when to stop. This is so good. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Where the monkey is like, oh, I can let that go and go over here and do this, and I can let that go.
Yeah.
So the pig needs to be careful with their health, their
Mm.
physicality, so that they don't get tripped up and,
Yeah.
and get hurt or have a
Yeah.
setback. And so if you feel like you've been pushing yourself, which pigs often do because they're givers, they're this
Yeah.
generous creature that wants to give everything they have, pull back, take care of
Mm.
yourself so that the universe isn't saying, hey, you need a break. Let's sprain your ankle. Now, guess
Yeah.
what? You're stuck in bed.
Yeah, choosing to rest rather than the universe forcing the rest is so much easier than the universe forcing the rest.
Totally. Because it could be a 2 hour nap in the middle of the month. That's maybe all you
2
need.
weeks as opposed to 2 weeks in the hospital,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's very expensive and very time consuming. So
Hmm.
take the downtime that you need. And pigs are home animals. They love their home. They
Hmm.
love to be around their
So good.
families. So lay low this month.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other
I love it.
animals that you want to talk
Well, the good ones, the allies are the rat and the dragon.
about?
They get along really well when they form that trinity, and I think it's the trinity of creativity.
I think so.
Yeah, it's the trinity of creativity. So those are really great collaborators. So if you have
Hmm.
a rat or a dragon in your chart, this is a month to get creative and collaborate.
Yeah. And that monkey brings like the technical skills to
Uh-huh.
whatever you've been doing to kind of make it happen. So maybe you meet somebody that's a web designer that can put your stuff online, or maybe you meet somebody that's an accountant and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you. So
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean it's something that you have to do, but it might bring that ally into your world to complete
Yeah.
something you've been doing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's really fun, creative energy because the monkey is full of ideas.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you do have a rat or dragon, pay attention to the ideas that come in, but make sure to write them down so that they don't go out your other ear, right?
Right.
Because that's that monkey energy. It's like, okay, I'm done with that. Let's go over here. So it's kind of fun energy. I always look forward to August because I have a rat and a snake in my chart. Now the snake has a different relationship. It's threefold. You can be secret friends, it can be a penalty or a breakup, which is kind of a brand new start. It's like pushing the refresh button
Mm-hmm.
for the snake this
Yeah.
month. So I always look forward to August because it's kind of the end of summer. You're just getting ready for fall. Yeah, I typically really enjoy August.
Do you?
Hmm.
That's good. Good for
You're
you.
like, great, great, Jared.
I'm so happy for you. I was just thinking as you were saying that, because when you said August, it's like, oh gosh, kids are going back to school, right? So we're gathering, but it's, I mean, this month is a little bit different because it's got the young metal, but I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm mistaken, but when in the day when we were in grade school, and I know I'm a bit older than you, we didn't start school till September. And September is a rooster month.
Oh,
And that's about bringing
interesting.
all the chicks and the hens in and having your
Yeah,
teacher and sitting in. So I've wondered about the August starting of school, if there is
yeah,
kind of that chaos and people aren't settling until
yeah.
maybe we get into August or September.
Well, when I was young, they were experimenting with year-round school
They
so
started
that
way
you,
back then.
oh yeah, yeah. It's been a minute. So the starting time of school kind of shifted and changed. I can
Mm,
remember when I was really young, it was toward the end of August, and then they did
mm,
the year-round school where you'd get 2 week breaks throughout the year, but then you'd go all the way through summer. And
interesting.
it really kind of shifted the start date of school.
Yeah.
So then it inched up into early August. And I can remember hating that because I can remember being younger and school starting a little bit later.
Mm. Yeah, I think we always started after Labor Day. So interesting. Bless
Yeah,
those
it
teachers
is.
that get all that monkey energy in their classroom. That's my new
Yeah.
favorite video right now to watch on Instagram is teachers prepping their classrooms
Uh-huh.
for school, like decorating them and getting everything organized. And so that's kind of that young metal monkey, I guess,
Yeah.
prepping the space. That's so cool.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay, are you ready to talk Western world?
Yes, there's a
Okay.
lot going on in the Western world. Recently, we had what is called the nodal shift. The north node of the moon, or the north node of fate, really shows us as a collective where we're leveling up. And it just shifted out of the Taurus energy and into Aries energy. That's the north node. The south node shows us where we're letting go, where we're integrating energy and letting it pass through. And that south node just entered Libra. So the axis of Aries, which is I am, is me energy, Libra, which is us energy. So it's me versus my relationships. And as a collective, we're going to be asked to level up in really, really identifying who we are, what our path is, and taking charge of our own path and our own destiny.
Wow.
And then in relationships in Libra energy, we're going to be asked to leave behind negative traits, negative cycles, negative things that we see in our relationships that are holding us back from being our true selves. So you're
Mm,
going to notice different patterns in our relationships. If you're in a codependent relationship, that is going to come up to the forefront
mm.
over the next year. Well, it's going to be there until January of 2025. So over the next
Oh,
couple of
wow.
years, we're going to get a chance to really see ourselves through others' eyes, but also get a chance to look in the mirror to see
Hmm.
where we need to take accountability for our own actions and then transfer it into our relationships, letting go of negative traits.
I love
We've
that.
also got Venus, the planet of relationships, the goddess of love and relationships, just went retrograde in the sign of Leo. And Venus in Leo, she's a little bit dramatic. Leo's the drama queen. It's me first energy, it's queen energy. So it's like the queen is sitting on her throne, but when it goes retrograde, it's everything like, okay, I'm going to rethink this hairstyle. I'm going to rethink the design project I have going on in my
Mm,
home. Or I'm thinking about that ex-boyfriend that dumped me a couple of years ago.
mm,
And so there's this draw into kind of wanting to reach out to exes or possibly exes reaching out to us. I call it the ghost of exes past, right? It's that kind of energy kind of coming back in. So beware of that. If you're thinking
dang.
about an ex, they're probably thinking of you. And if you don't want that energy, deflect it. Say no.
Stay away.
The other thing that we've got going is Mercury is heading into retrograde in the sign of Virgo on August 23rd. And again, with retrograde energy, we're asked to go within. Retrograde is retreat, rethink, redistinguish, revisit, all of those things give us an idea of what we need to do in our own communication and our own thought process to get really clear about what we need to say.
When is that
By
one
the end,
over?
that one it starts on August 23rd and goes until September 16th.
And
Now,
you've
the
told me in
thing,
the past that the Mercury retrograde is a great time to study, take a course. And my
do a
course starts on
retreat.
September 16th.
Your course starts on September 16th.
So hit me up.
Get you up. I mean, during that time of retrograde, you can sign up for that class and just revisit that energy.
Love that.
Um, by the end of August, we're going to have Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Venus, and Mercury all retrograde.
Dang.
Talk about young metal being the big metal stop sign
Oh,
that's slamming on the brakes. This is a really good month for us to get all of our ducks in a row.
okay.
And with that energy really slowing down, we're really being asked to go within. So
Mm,
taking a good inventory on what is my life doing right now? What path am I on? Is this a healthy path for me? What adjustments do I need to make so that I can be on a better path?
yeah. Wow. What a time. What a time we live
I,
in.
I know. It's kind of exciting, right?
It really is. It's energizing. I feel
I
hopeful.
tell people to get their popcorn ready.
Yeah. No kidding. Okay, I see you shuffling. Let's pull a card.
I pulled a card and it's the Dreamer card, Archangel Metatron. It's
Love Metatron.
taking a leap of faith, following your dreams, unexpected opportunities. You know, that monkey, he's kind of unpredictable. You never know which vine he's going to fly to.
Yes.
Same with opportunities coming to us this month. Like we were talking about, that monkey is a really super creative animal. So be open to inspiration, creative inspiration, but make sure to write it down.
Mhm.
Use that metal energy to get all of your ducks in a row. Create lists, create action plans, vision boards that have bullet points that you can start to follow and really get behind.
Yeah. A budget, meal planning, all of that
Yeah,
stuff. Great
yeah.
ideas. Wow, what a packed time. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you. Do you want to add anything? Oh, you have your
Oh yeah.
astrology class is coming up. What's the date of that?
Yes, it's coming up on August 16th at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. We're going to leave the link in below so
Hmm.
that you can sign up for it.
What's the
This
topic?
this month's class is about Saturn. You know, you hear about the Saturn retrograde,
Oh, yeah.
or you hear about
Saturn
the Saturn
return.
return. You hear about Saturn being the old devil. You know, Saturn is the old father of the zodiac that wags its finger and says, "These are your responsibilities."
Mm,
But honestly, Saturn is the planet that wants to give us everything we want. He just points out what we've got to do to get it.
okay.
And sometimes we don't want to do what we want to do to get what we need. Therefore, Saturn really points a finger right into our purpose and what we can do to get it.
Oh, wow. Love that. Okay,
Yeah.
well, be sure to sign up for Jeremy's class. And like I said, on the 16th, I have a new program. People have been asking for it, and I'm finally delivering. And
Sign up
it's,
today.
yes, it's feng shui for you. And so it's a 5-week class. You can be a newbie, you think you know it all, and it doesn't matter, but we're going to do a deep dive in a small setting, but it's going to be like a feng shui consultation, but done as a group. But you're going to take away, know how to pull your charts for your family, know how to map out your floor plan. We'll talk about cures. You're going to get one-on-one time with me. I'm so excited for this. So I'll have the link in the below too. So thanks, my
Love
friend.
it. Thank you.
We'll see you next month.
Okay,
Okay,
sounds good.
bye.
Bye.